Hi, this is Brent Moore again with Century 21 Judge Fight. I wanted to briefly go over my work philosophy with you and give you a chance to get to know me a little better. Know it can be more comfortable working with someone that you feel like you can relate to. The first thing that comes to mind is going to be maintaining that positive attitude. There's a lot of bumps in the road that can come up in a real estate transaction, and maintaining that positive attitude can help when making decisions, to make sure that they're correct in the moment and for the future, and they're not clouded by emotions. I also believe that positivity creates motivation, and it can be hard to stay motivated at times, especially with a negative attitude. I also feel like people attract, and if I'm going to attract people into my life, I want them to be positive. Nobody wants a negative Nelly hanging around, so if this is the case, it's an added bonus to keeping that positive frame of mind. I've also been told all my life to do it right. If you're going to do a job, do it right. And I was not only taught to do it correctly, but do it right by customer, grandpa, uncle, aunt, whoever was asking, and for myself. It wasn't enough in the transaction to just get the job done correctly, but make sure all parties were pleased and everything was taken care of in the whole transaction. It's not only as well my fiduciary duty as a realtor, but also I feel it's always to keep everyone's best interest in mind. If you're helping people achieve what they have as their best interest, even if you don't get them to that end to accomplish it, they'll always appreciate that helping hand that you gave them. And it's a great way to enrich relationships, grow new ones, and develop a network of friends, that will help you reach that success. I don't look at my clients as another deal. I see them as a chance to develop that lifelong relationship, business relationship, to where we can be mutually beneficial to each other. There's going to be some point in the future where you may need a real estate professional again, and I will be right there to give you a hand, or you may hear of friends or family that need help, and it's always good to have someone you can refer that is going to represent you well, and I would certainly do that. No matter if you're buying or selling, I look to treat people like people, and I respect their time and investments, and know that if I do it right, if I do the job correctly and completely, it's gonna take care of me in the future. I'm gonna have people out there who don't mind mentioning my name when they hear somebody that has a real estate need, and that's what keeps this business going. That's what makes a realtor successful and not just making a living. During the transaction as well, I'm always going to value your input and respect anything you have to add, and understand that while I may bring the expertise and experience from my profession, I work for you. I'm hired to help sell or buy a home with you, and know that the home's a sacred place, and we'll never lose sight of that fact. And won't take that lightly. It's your home that you're either leaving and departing from, which is tough, or it's a new home you're coming into. So I know that when that moment happens, you'll know the right home, and it won't take any salesmanship on my part. I'll just be there to provide advice and opinions on the process. And while I'm not a pushy salesman, I am assertive for my client's best interest. I won't be pushed around when it comes to my client's best interest. I'm there to stand up for that, and will always toe the line when it comes to that. Well, I know this video was brief. I hope it gives you a little more insight on how I work and who I am, and hope to hear from you soon. Be well and kind, and as always, I'm never too busy for your referrals. This is Rick Moore with Century 21 Judge Fight. Have a great one.